Hey, good morning, beautiful YouTube people. I guess I did a video just a few days ago, um, but I figured I'd hop on another one and get some information out there. Now, of course, YouTube may or may not flag this video, but the truth is anybody with half a brain can see that there is a coup within our government. You have people that are literally using social awareness and discrimination tactics that have been used against people, the blacks, the Asians, the Hispanics, the whites, gays, non-gays, all those people, Christians, non-Christians. They're utilizing what seems to be tactics in order to sway these people to support them. And as any good person from an ex-communist country would tell you, dude, they have no idea what they're asking for. So let's fast forward to the Arizona governor's race. We're all aware that it's taken over a week for them to count, that there was multiple issues with the voting and multiple issues with the machines, yet they're still counting. So, this should be a wake-up call to any fucking true patriot-loving American out there. And I'm not talking about MAGA people. MAGA people are included in that. I myself, I would vote for Donald Trump again, and I'm not fucking MAGA. I don't think that he's a god. I don't think that he's the only president. And no, I would not fucking accept him for president for life. That's against the rules of our fucking Constitution and against the rules of our government. However, what I foresee happening is not good. You'll recall that almost 2 years ago I put out another video. I think it was actually shadow banned because I haven't been able to even find it on my page. Talking about if you fucking elect the Democrats or if they're able to steal the election, which is what they did, that we would turn the rest of the nation into the state of California. And was I fucking wrong? Was I wrong? Exorbitant gas prices, exorbitant food prices, housing is skyrocketing, people are losing their jobs, people are sleeping in their cars, and they're getting harassed for sleeping in their cars too. Just to throw that out there. Like, times are tough, but yet we're getting fucking harassed for sleeping in our vehicles. I have a boat, but every now and then, like the past few days, it's been fucking cold, so I didn't want to go out to the boat and freeze my ass off, so I stayed in my truck, which I should have the right to. As you should have the right to. We should have the right to make decisions that benefit our safety and our comfortability. Unfortunately, law enforcement is starting to target people again doing this. So there's got to be a change. I'm not for defunding the police, but I'm definitely for fucking holding them accountable. And also, we need to quit protecting these higher tier people up. They need to be able to get fucking God as anybody else. And by get God, I don't mean fucking poo-poo. I mean get God as in the legal system. For instance, I'm having an issue with a city employee here. His name is Mark Lyons, Sarasota. Look him up. He's a piece of shit. Totally used his position in order to get his brother-in-law to land a $100 million contract, even though his brother wasn't the lowest bidder on the project. It's nepotism. And he 10% fucking pay decrease and shit, and he still holds his position. Well, anyways, a few months ago, Mr. Lyons stuck his head in my truck and screamed at me, "Hey!" And he's not a cop, mind you. This is like a city parking enforcement guy, and threatened to have me arrested, and that next time he's coming with the cop, I'm going to be filing charges against that, because that's using law enforcement for, to actually target an individual. So I'm going to be filing a lawsuit. Whether I win or not remains to be seen. I'm poor, I'm fucking broke, and you know how that works for most of us, which brings me to my point. We need equal and fair access to the fucking courts. And without fair and equal access to the courts for everybody, we will continue to see this shit. So people, get out there and vote. Get out there and realize what's going on. We need to turn this country back into the way it used to be, to where a man or a woman could live free and do what they want to do, as long as they're not interfering with the reality of everybody else. And unless you actually knew that I was in my truck, you wouldn't even know that I was in my truck. Get it? Like, it's not, I don't have a bunch of shit laying out here. I don't have trash fucking scattered around my truck. Sure, my truck isn't the best. It's not the most well-kept. It's old. It's beat the fuck up. And I got a dog that just naturally destroys shit. However, I keep nothing outside the truck. There's no indicators to even note that I've been crashing in my vehicle. But I digress. we're in for a ride, guys. This winter's going to be bad. And it's just the one thing that I think we can pretty much count on is the Biden administration using the last 2 months, give or take, 2 months of their power in Congress and power in the House and power in the Senate and power in the White House to take us down a path of no return. You'll remember that Zelensky was screaming, fucking Nazi-ass Zelensky, Sieg fucking Heil Zelensky, was screaming that we attack Russia for firing missiles into Poland when it was his fucking missiles that were fired into Poland. So pretty much the world is starting to wake up and realize that Russia's not the aggressor here. It's Ukraine and the United States, and we're doing a proxy war because Russia is one of those last few countries that really stand in the way of this of the people in charge of our country's goal of world domination. And I know I sound crazy, pinky in the brain shit, but come on, think about it, dude. The world domination is not going to be done by Americans. It's going to be done by the fucking Chinese. And you'll notice we're starting to have social credit scores in the U.S. They're starting to, give us, check marks. Fucking Elon Musk check marks and saying if we're verified or not. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about, dude. And you guys voted these communists in the office. And, for the people that voted for them, you guys are fucking retards. The rest of us who have a semblance of a brain and knows what's going on can see that the elections have indeed been stolen again. So really, there's no choice left, dude. It's the only choice we have at this point is violence, or we're going to be subjected to communist rule in no time, and that's what I'm worried about. So what can we do? Well, there's not a lot we can do, but there is enough that we can do to benefit ourselves. I would really highly suggest that, definitely get your weapons together because, and if the Democrats keep their way, it's all these cities are going to be fucking just overrun with criminals. And we're not going to be able to do anything about it. But definitely, like I got here, get yourself MREs. They're handy to have when you're on the move. Dehydrated foods, yada, yada, beans, rice, that kind of stuff. Dehydrated eggs, that kind of stuff will be a lifesaver here. If you can order them now, I would suggest you do so because I have a feeling that come midwinter, it's gonna be lots and lots and lots of hungry, cold, angry Americans, and that very well could cause a revolution. But if you really think about it, dude, our country's fucked. Like, we're fucked. It's done. We're over with. Life as we know it, our country as we know it, will never go back to the way it was. That's legit. I know I just said we need to try to get back to the way it was, but we can't. We've damaged ourselves too high. We have too many people running around out there, that make up small percentages of the population that have fucking super duper amounts of power. And yeah, I'm talking about the fucking LGBTQ, ABC 123 people, dude. They're like 3%, yet they fucking make a lot of decisions, based upon what we see and what we don't see. And Hulu and HBO Max, I am tired of the fucking gay commercials, all right? I understand that there's homosexuals out there, and I don't have anything against them. I don't want to see two dudes kissing, all right? I don't want to see a dude and a chick kissing. And if you're asking me, well, if it's okay for two girls kiss, no, I don't want to see that shit either. I don't want to see anybody kiss. I don't want to see anybody fucking make out. That's what you do in your bedroom is your own fucking business, But when I'm watching YouTube and I see this commercial come on, and it's about fucking, some singles thing or what, getting checked for HIV or Descovy for PrEP, which is just a bunch of gay men, that I'm offended. What, you're offended because, your gay shit is not on TV? Well, I'm offended because it is. Because it's not wrong, but it's not normal. Does that make sense? All right? Like, fucking another dude up the ass is going to result in nothing except for maybe pleasure, I guess, for the guy fucking the dude up the ass. I don't know how getting a dick in your ass is going to feel good. I can imagine no worse pain myself. However, it doesn't result in anything, which is my point. It's not biologically fucking sound. All right? So I really don't care if people do behind closed doors, but I personally don't want to see that shit on TV. I don't want to see it on billboards. I don't want to see it. I really don't. And no, I'm not Christian. Before you go into, I'm not religious. I don't believe in the God of Abraham, which is what the Christian religion is based off of. It was created by Rome, and is actually not even your fucking savior, Christians. He's the Jewish fucking prophet. You hijacked a Jewish religion and made it your own. Anyways, I don't want to go into that. So what I'm basically trying to get at is, I don't even know what to do at this point. I mean, I'm thinking about leaving the country. I know I've said that before, But I seriously am thinking about leaving the country. It seems Brazil is more fucking real patriots for their country, protesting the Luca guy and Bolsonaro for the stolen elections. They have the military on the streets and whatnot. And do I trust the U.S. military anymore? I think they've been compromised. Just like the FBI, the DOJ, the CIA have all been compromised. There's Democratic sleeper agents that exist in these fucking organizations that will not allow any of this stuff to come through. Hunter Biden, I mean, come on, man. It's been 2 years now. We all know he fucks little kids. We all know he smokes crack. We all know he bought an illegal gun. So how come the fuck nothing's happening to him? It's different standards for different other motherfuckers. It's not right. It's not right. Like, if I got caught fucking little kids, which I would never fucking obviously do, it's just disgusting. I'm going to be in prison for a long fucking time. We have video of Hunter Biden fucking little kids and he's not in prison. We have video of Hunter Biden possession of crack cocaine, large amounts of crack cocaine, and he's not in fucking jail. We have pictures of Hunter Biden fucking just doing what he's doing, and he's not in jail. We know that daddy's involved. He's the big guy. Anybody with half a brain knows the Democrats are involved in child trafficking, along with some Republicans, I'm sure. I don't think it's limited to party affiliation. I think that it's a rich person's thing. It's a fucking powerful person's thing. And I think that probably close to 40% of our government is involved in some sort of child trafficking or another. And I bring that point up because Ukraine is well known for its human trafficking. It's well known. Now, of course, you get on Google. Now everything's been doctored up and censored. But, 5 years ago, Ukraine, even Donald Trump had mentioned on it, Ukraine has a lot of fucking problems with human trafficking. You ask any Russian, where does most of the human trafficking in Eastern Europe come out of? They're going to say Ukraine. You ask a Polish guy, Ukraine. You ask anybody in that region, where do most of the sex slaves come from? Ukraine. All right? We already know that they're Nazis. They have the Azov battalion. They are admittedly white supremacist Nazis. Yet they are fighting in a war on the side of a government that we are supporting as Americans. So what does that tell you? That our country supports. They fucking support Nazism. All right, so all these leftists, all you retards that call in Nazis and stuff like that, you have no fucking idea what a Nazi is, unless you look at Ukraine. I can go into some history about it, but I don't want to get into it. It's just going to be, But basically, you guys, we are in a attempted communist takeover of our wonderful nation. And if we don't do something about it soon, we're going to be fucked. We won't be able to do anything about it. Really the only answer is to everybody to quit working and to quit paying taxes and to quit supporting the U.S. government in general. Make it shut down and clean it up and then reopen that shit. And it's not my area of expertise. I really don't know of any other, proper procedures to go through to do this. However, I do know that our government is compromised down to some of the fucking most powerful of the three-name fucking agencies, three-letter agencies out there. Three-name agencies, three-letter, well, I guess they are three names too. Federal Bureau of Investigation, Central Intelligence Agency, Department of Justice. I guess those are three-named agencies too, but three-letter agencies, you guys know where I'm coming from with that. Those three-letter agencies are all infiltrated. They're all fucking compromised. We can't trust the Department of Justice. Biden has stacked the Supreme Court with fucking, liberal, libtard, fucking Democratic fucking nominees and judges. So nothing real is going to come through that, Basically, we're all in for a hell of a ride this winter. So what I'm hearing is that the UK is already doing food rationing. The UK is already doing fuel rationing. And from what I understand over there, there's a lot of cold people right now that are really feeling the impacts of this whole switching to this Green New Deal thing, which is what Biden did. And speaking of Biden, he just said the other day that he's not going to do any more drilling. He wouldn't change a thing. He's not going to change a thing. So that just goes to show you. They don't give a fuck about us. They only give a fuck about themselves. And, here's the thing is, and this one's to all you LGBTQ fucking binary fucking blah, 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 blah fucking people out there, you don't think that once your usefulness is over, that they're just going to cast you aside? Look at the history of what they've done to the blacks in this country. They've used them for social justice purposes and social awareness purposes, and still, where are they at? They're still fucking 13% of the population. It's 1360 now, by the way. Go look at the new FBI stats. So obviously they didn't do anything for the blacks. And there was promises, I mean, shit, they got, affirmative action. They've got fucking college shit going on. I mean, you have to hire a black guy if you have a company with over a certain amount of staff. You have to fucking do this. You have to do that. NAACP and all that shit, dude. So my question is since they've thrown them out to dry and nothing's changed within the black community, because, I mean, has it? Has it? I mean, when I was a kid growing up in Southern California, well, Northern California and Southern California both, I saw gangs. I saw gang wars. I mean, in the 80s and the early 90s was some of the worst fucking gang wars. We had Watts in 94, or no, sorry, 93, 92. Fuck, man, I forget, dude. I was like 14 when Watts went down. We saw fucking what happened to Reginald Denning. We saw what happened to, a number of African Americans that have been abused at the hands of our system. And has anything changed? Have they quit killing them? Have the police quit shooting black people? No. It's just not that Trump's not in office. You're not making a big deal out of it and encouraging them to burn down cities. So my question is to you LGBTQ people out there is, do you really, really fucking think after your usefulness is used up and we've switched to a communist nation that they're really going to want you sticking that weird, nasty, backward shit into their new fucking world order? Really? Do you think that fucking any of these people really fucking have anything to do with anything that you guys are doing? Do you think Biden has anything to do personally with the LGBTQ community? No. Harris? No. Pelosi? Maybe, because I think Paul Pelosi is a butt rammer. I think he's a pillow sniffer, pickle smoking dude who is just married to Nancy Pelosi for gain status, to be able to hide that he's not a poofter. He's as gay as they come, in my opinion. I don't know if they have kids or not, and if they don't, that tells you everything. He'd rather fucking stick it in a man's ass than... Shit, dude, I'm not gay, and I think I'd rather stick it in a man's ass than her. Ugh. God, woman's ugly. And you could probably smell the vodka coming off of her a mile away. I mean, she's an alcoholic. I mean, you look at her and you look at her face, and she has all the classic signs of being an alcoholic. The busted nose, capillaries, the fucking face. Like, she's a drunk, dude. Full on drunk. And I've heard that before. Well, she's no longer Speaker of the House. So, just throwing it out there, once they get out, they're not, unless you're president, they don't have Secret Service anymore. So once she goes back to San Francisco, just throwing it out there, she won't have Secret Service. She won't be as protected. She'll be kind of vulnerable. Maybe somebody could do something drastic, if you get my drift. Because that's the only way we're saving our country, is to be drastic at this point. I'm advocating for or against assassinations of higher-ups and leaders within this fucked up country they've given us. And I'm not saying not to do it either. That's your call. Am I going to do it? No. I wouldn't do it. Not during peacetime, not like this. Now, if the country falls apart and there's no courts and there's no cops and there's nobody to fucking put me in prison, that might be a different story. But I think I'm pushing a line here, so I'm going to kind of quietly back off a little bit. Anyway, man, this is the last days, guys. It's the last days of our fucking country. You gotta wake up. I know I do a lot of crazy videos, and I'm doing a lot of ranting and raving, man, but if you look back and watch my fucking videos, the ones that are political, I mean, I got some really cool ones out there, like when I was in Hawaii and lived out there, and I got some other really cool ones, like my family unit of honkers and my ferry crossings and stuff like that from some of my travels. That's cool. But this is one of those political videos that people really need to pay attention to. Because if you don't, by this time next year, we probably won't be having this conversation. At least not like this. If we have this conversation, it's going to be face-to-face in real life in some sort of fucking bunker or hole in the ground while we're either starving or fighting off God knows who. Anyway, I'm to the point where I'm fucking over the world. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not over myself. I love being alive. So, I'm not going to go and whack myself or nothing. But, I'm almost at the point where it's like, you know what? Just push the fucking button. Just push the fucking button. Let's just get it on. And the people that will survive will be the strong ones. You know, people who have mental illnesses, people who are weak, people who aren't strong, you know, if they survive the initial attacks, they're not going to last long. They'll be prey. You know what I mean? Prey to people like me. Because, yeah, I'll survive. And if I have to take what you got to survive, I might. You know, I don't plan on going out and marauding. I don't plan on being a warlord. I plan on going as far into the desert as I can, or far into the mountains as I can, or as far into the ocean as I can. But you come into my territory, or you happen to come across my sites when I need something, if you got it and you're not smarter than me, dude, I'm going to take it from you. And I'm a nice guy. So just think about all the not nice people out there. Just keep that in mind. Arm up, guys. I buy those 80% lowers while you can. Build your fucking ghost guns. Oh, ghost guns. And keep them fucking close. And I mean, you can build ARs, ghost guns. You can build pistols, all kinds, SIG, Glock, all kinds of ghost guns with lower, 80% lowers. Buy them. Buy them now. And buy this stuff too. Buy MREs. I just bought a bunch of rounds, and I'm in the process of making a few more rifles myself. So that will be interesting when the time comes for me to break those out. I do have a little bit of a video that I did, I think, of me shooting. It's not much. It's really not that great of a video. But, yep, I'll see if I can find it. And if so, you know, you can fucking check it out. Anyways, pretty proud of my marksman status. I don't think I still have my targets here. Or do I? No, I don't. My targets are gone. I got rid of them. They were trash. But yeah, center mass. It was beautiful. You know, first round to the 60th. It was all grouped in except for the 1 and 2 windage, elevation. The rest were right in, dude. You know, at 100 yards. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I even managed to get my 40 cal out and hit the target with my 40 cal at 100 yards, which I thought was great. I put out of 10 rounds, I think I actually hit the lower left part of the fucking target like 6 times. So I missed 4 of them, but I put 4 of them into the target at 100 yards, which I can't believe my 40 actually did that. But, yep. Buy your fucking, at least get an 80% fucking polymer, dude. Right now you can order fucking like 3 packs of aluminum lowers for like $140. I just ordered 3. I'll be milling those out shortly and attaching those to other uppers that I have acquired. But anyway, I wish the best of luck for you guys. I appreciate y'all subscribing to my channel. I know sometimes my videos are like not really that entertaining and not really that great, but you know, there's some good words in there. So take care of yourselves, guys. Look out for each other. And I mean, it's coming to that point where we're gonna have to start trusting our fellow Americans a lot more than we trust them now, simply because of the way things are going in our reality. So, but anyway, before I go, I want to share this with you. I got some really, really, really dank weed. Take a look at that. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Yummy indoor. Delicious. Smells like pussy to me. The strain is actually called Muff Diver, which really is a classic. But man, if pussy did smell this good, fuck, dude, I'm already a sucker for pussy. I can only imagine if it smelled like dank weed, dude. I'd live my life with my head between a woman's legs, and I love to go down anyway. So anyway, that's enough about my personal bedroom life. That's one of the things that I'm kind of adamant about is you know, people keeping their fucking personal sex lives to themselves and not in public. So I'm gonna abide by my own rules and terminate this conversation. Anyway, you guys, I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have an even better Christmas. Just, you know, look out for each other. Watch out for the stupid people, like I always say. And, you know, always enjoy some muff diving.